video from my July 6th dive in Betts Park and the subsequent full face mask dive that I did the same day. Here we've got a California halibut. What's interesting to note about these guys is that their eyes can actually be on either their left or their right-hand side. Though it is a member of the left-eyed family of flounders, 40% of the California halibut have them on their right side. Near the halibut was a school of barred sand bass. There were nearly a dozen or so, spread out in a very small area. This is the first time I've seen sand bass like this at Betts Park. This little walking mass of kelp is actually a juvenile sheep's crab. When they're young, they decorate their shells, their carapace, with algae in order to hide themselves. This is actually where their name sheep's crab comes from, because they look a little bit woolly. Pay really close attention and you'll be able to see the body structure. I don't think he was particularly pleased that I spotted him. I'll pick him up in a few moments so you can get a better perspective. Here he is in my hand, and you can see he's trying to escape. We made sure to let him go after a few moments of looking at him. I believe this is a Festivi murex. Don't quote me on that. I tried to match the snail to a University of California, Irvine website on California mollusks that I found. He was out in the middle of this sand bed trucking along by himself. Brian got into a knife fight with a crab. Here you can see him with his little squeeze lock knife. The sad thing is, I think the crab won. Here you can see he was outflanked. This is the full face mask demo. Kenny waving high. Brian getting in the pool. Had to take a selfie. These were the OTS Guardian full face masks. Brian was the only one willing to sport the pink face mask. These came with buddy communication systems. It's a dual-channel communication system that uses ultrasonic frequency to transmit what you're saying through the water. There's a button near your jaw that you press in order to speak, and it's push to talk. You can see Kenny demonstrating it here. We got to play around with them in the pool a little bit, practice talking. If you're exhaling while you're talking, or sorry, I should say, if you're exhaling while your partner is talking, it's hard to hear. The bubbles make too much noise. Here's Matthew with his full face mask. I was a little bit disappointed. It had a much higher work of breathing than my normal regulator. Here, the instructor is demonstrating just how difficult it is to flood these masks. He's actually sticking his finger in the skirt, and because there's a slight bit of positive pressure, air escapes without any water ingress. I asked him to demonstrate taking the mask off and putting it back on to show how to clear a full flood, and show how you might buddy breathe in case of an emergency. So here he's showing that he's out of air, grabs his buddy's octopus, pulls the two little tabs at the bottom to loosen the lower jaw straps and removes it from his head. He then goes to his second and pulls a pocket mask out of his BC. At this point, he's made the transition. Now, to show how easy the mask is to clear, he puts it back on. you can see the buddy phone floating on the right side of the mask. It's facing up at the moment. Loosens the straps, removes his face mask, and waits at the last minute to remove his other second stage. Purging the masks are easy. You just press a button on the side, and all of the water that's in the face mask drains away. It was an excellent opportunity to test these things out, and I'm really glad I did. But I just didn't come out with the revolutionary experience that I thought I would. I thought this would be something that I would just throw my wallet at the dive shop and tell them to give me one. But not so much.